I would now like to invite our first keynote speaker, Professor Samer EL-MASRI, Chief Executive Officer, Digitalization, who will present a keynote speech entitled Industry 4.0, Digital Transformation and the Digital Economy. Please welcome Professor Samer to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Can you hear me properly? Perfect. Where are they? I'm looking for my slide. Okay. Thank you very much for inviting me, the organizing committee, scientific committee, Dr. Nasri. Very happy to be with you today to talk about the most important topic in the 21st century. We're going to talk about digital transformation, digital technology, digital economy, and Industry 4.0 and how they relate and how they help each other. Okay, here we go. What's happening around the world? Aramco is the largest oil producer in the world, produce around $1 billion per day. Aramco, the largest oil producer in the world, $1 billion per day. 10 million barrels times $100, $1 billion. The oil is gifted from God, and huge infrastructure and investment from the Saudi government in order to produce $1 billion per day. Alibaba, it's just digital platform as a business model, connecting business to business, providers to consumer or customers. On the 11th of November of every year, there is a single day celebration in China. Last year, they sold $85 billion per day. That's equal Aramco times 85 days. Wow. The 3D printing industry will make $50 billion by 2025. There is nothing. IoT will generate $20 trillion by 2030. What $20 trillion remind you of? It's the GDP of which country? The largest economy, the United States economy, is about $20 trillion. Only IoT. Moving from 5 billion devices connected to the network and the internet in 2020 and 2015 to more than 50 and today maybe over 60 billion machine and devices connected. Smart city industry, 2.5 trillion by 2025. Blockchain. Remember, blockchain is not only about cryptocurrency. 70% of the investment in blockchain, it's a private blockchain. Smart contract, synchronizing the ledger between enterprises. Remove what we call reconciliation. $3.1 trillion by 2030. What's this number? Remind us of what? 3.1, $3.2 trillion. It's the economy of the entire Arab world. $3.2 trillion. Only blockchain technology. AI, the artificial intelligence technology, will generate about $22 trillion by 2030. Only AI, only artificial intelligence. If we consider all the digital technologies pushing toward the digital economy, it will generate $60 trillion by 2025 in 3 years. 60 trillion. What is the world economy? Any number? World economy. The world economy, the world GDP, the global GDP. $90 trillion. So that represents two-thirds of the global economy. Wow. That's what's happening today, the digital economy. The countries are competing hard to move their economy into digital economy. Saudi Arabia is the largest Arab economy, 90% maybe based on oil. They put Vision 2030 to move by 2030 into digital economy. Australia, they put this strategy. US, all the countries around the world, they're competing so hard. We are not changing in the 21st century. We are transforming everything. We need to transform ourselves first, our organization, our universities, our government. We work with every single company in the Middle East, the largest company in every single industry, with government, helping to transform. But if we don't understand transformation, this is a problem. Because McKinsey, IDC, Gartner, they are saying 75% of organizations in the world, they will fail in digital transformation. Because we don't understand. Once we say digital transformation, we think it is digital technology. And this is what happened with Nokia, with Kodak, with Debenham, with Toys R Us, and many companies will disappear because they don't understand the digital transformation properly. Look at the largest company in the world by market capitalization. Aramco, because what happened now, the oil price, it's picking up, but it used to be like number 3. Look at the largest company in the world, mostly American, and mostly technology. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Facebook. Wow. And look at the richest people around the world. They are also the owners of those companies. Apple reached, like I think early 2022 or 2021, about $3 trillion market capitalization. Microsoft, almost there. Apple alone revenue is bigger than the revenue of 60 developing countries. 60. One company, one digital company. Wow. We should wake up and see where we're going, where to invest, where to put a strategy, where we put our effort. Look at Samsung. Samsung is a digital company. The revenue of Samsung is bigger than the revenue of the oil-rich company Kuwait by $50 billion, the revenue. One company. Okay, look at 2009. All this report from United, it happened from PwC. 2009 and 2018. If we look at the oil and gas sector here, the market capitalization of the top 20 companies by market capitalization, oil and gas represent 36%. And if we look at the technology sector, we're talking about 16%. Just 2018, 9 years later. Look at oil and gas, 7%. Technology, 56%. Because technology is invading everywhere. And when I say technology, the technology is different level. We're not saying only information technologies, the usual. We're saying digital technologies. And when I say digital technology, I mean artificial intelligence, blockchain, big data, cloud computing, Internet of Things, the emerging digital technologies. That they deal with data. Wherever you have data, you have a potential of digital technology to convert your economy into digital economy. This is what we're talking about. Look at China and US. They represent 43% of global GDP, only China and US. If we look at US, about 21.6% of their GDP coming from digital. China, about 30%. What's happening in the region? We have around 50 countries in the world, as an example. They have artificial intelligence strategy. Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Tunisia. Okay, potential benefit of digital economy by 2030, of course, UAE leading, about $100 billion benefit by 2030, which represent around 14% of their GDP. Saudi Arabia second, but because it's bigger economy, is about 135 billion. And then we have Egypt, we have Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar. They are leading. So this is what we predict for the future. Digital Competitiveness Index, where we see which country they are more prepared and ready for the digital economy. UAE is doing a great job. Jump from 2020 to 2021, it was 14, number 14 in the world. Now it's number 10, ahead of many European countries. Look, you can see France here, you can see Belgium, you can see Ireland, Germany. UAE is ahead. But this index has multiple factors. There's a know-how, the use. The use is like number 2, the government of UAE, number 2 in the world by using digital technology. Know-how improving. You are the know-how. You create the know-how. This is very important to have university that having digital program, AI, blockchain, and so on. There's a huge shortage around the world. We have Qatar 29, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, even 49. UAE, in terms of e-government, this is e-government and digital government. The digital government has more AI supported and digital technology supporting the services online. We can use a chatbot, we can use a lot of data to enhance and optimize and know the need. So 21 around the world, this is a comparison with the rest of the Arab world here. Look at the huge explosion by data. The data is the driver. The data is the backbone of the digital economy. Data. Look, 2002, 100 gigabytes per second, like transfer or exchange data around the world. 2022, we have 150,000. So maybe, you know, the giga, tera, peta, exa, zetta, and iota. The global data today, around 80 zettabytes. We produce a lot of data. If we don't know how to extract information, knowledge, and wisdom from the data, then this is a problem. If we know how to do it, then we are going in the right direction. Maybe I explain about this, and then look at the type of data. Structured, stored in your database, only representing 4% of the global data. 96% of the data is unstructured, mean they're under the format of picture, images, video, text, PDF. We need technology to deal and process with this unstructured data. Big data is a technology. Big data is technology. It's not just a form, the volume. Look at the complexity. This is one tweet. One tweet. Any Superman can understand the complexity and come up with outcome of this. Impossible for a human being. Look at this DNA. The human body has 60 trillion cells. Each cell, we can't see in the naked eye, has 2 meters of DNA. So 2 meters times 60, we have 120 trillion meters of DNA. That's the distance between the Earth and the Sun, returned 400 times. Who is able to understand the complexity of this data? It's impossible. Don't even try. So what is the solution? A human has a limitation. The human speed cannot exceed 45 kilometers per hour. It's in sport, that's known. The human cannot fly. Are we exceeding 45 kilometers per hour speed? Yes. Are we flying? Yes. How? By using tools, smart tools. So the solution here with this explosion of data is using smart tools. And the smart tools are the digital technologies. The smart tool is machine learning, deep learning, Internet of Things, blockchain. This technology can do this processing for you and extract the knowledge to push you to take the right decision to move forward with innovative model. And this is what happened between Apple and Nokia. Nokia was occupying 70% of the market share of mobile phone. The CEO of Nokia was laughing at Apple. You have zero experience with mobile phone. You have zero market share selling mobile phone. But because you have innovative business model supported by digital technology, you're capable to remove the largest company. This is what's happening around the world. All right. I don't know how I'm doing with the time, but let's say, talk about Industry 4.0. What is Industry 4.0? Industry 4.0 is the digital transformation of manufacturing and production. That's it. This movement of digital transformation in every single industry is a digital transformation. What is the purpose of digital transformation? Is to reach digital economy. This is the terminology we need to understand. Is digital transformation digital technology? Of course not. Digital transformation is a big umbrella. We're going to talk about it more. So we have, everybody knows about Industry 1, Industry 2, Industry 1, 18th century. We have steam and water machine. Then in 19th century, we started to have electric motors, we combustion chamber. And then in Industry 3.0, middle of 20th century, we have internet, we have computer, we're trying to have digital machine and so on. The Industry 4.0, this is where we use data. This is where we use data. This is where we use digital technology, interpreting data, getting insight, predicting, prescripting, digital transformation. This is Industry 4. For example, convergence between IT and OT. The machine and the information technology together. How we can put sensors with pumping oil to the surface about 3,000 meters underground, taking the data from the temperature, pressure, vibration, viscosity of the oil, and getting to the surface, and go to IoT platform, conducting analytic artificial intelligence, and make the right decision automatically to tell the pump, oh, slow down, because the viscosity is changing, you will be broken. If you're broken, we will lose the 3 months of production of oil. Okay. Or we have this factory, and this factory, instead of monitoring the quality of the product manually, we have artificial intelligence with computer vision to check at early stage defect, because discovering this later, it will be very expensive. So we have everything in it. We have big data. We have autonomous robot with artificial intelligence and computer vision. We have digital twin. We have cloud computing. We have Internet of Things. Okay? So all of this in Industry 4. So we talked about supply chain, using blockchain to know every single aspect of the blockchain, the temperature, a lot of things we have there. We don't have time for that. Digital twin, when we have this machine, I have a twin of this machine. Twin. So I have everything about this machine, and I know everything about this machine. What will happen? What's happening? Why it's happening? What will happen? What it should happen? Okay? So a lot of things, but the time is not there. So this is IoT, which is like very important technology for Industry 4.0, where we connect those devices and we take them to IoT platform. This is where we conduct the machine learning and the deep learning and make the decision, whether it's automatic decision or to human to make the decision. This is, and then look, we take this data and we send data to command, to give order to this machine what to do. Of course, we have for human, like at home or building, and we have also for industry, for manufacturing, for hospital, for education. So this is where we have, we say, Internet of Things and industrial Internet of Things. I used to work for GE in 2013 to 2017, and we were building a platform called Predix. This Predix is the #1 industrial Internet of Things cloud-based platform. So this is very popular. GE invested billions of dollars to build this platform. This is specialized in industrial Internet of Things. How we can connect the jet engine, how I can connect the car, the train, how I can, from outside, without even opening the jet engine, I know what's happening because I have sensors inside, collecting data in real time and conducting analytics. So I predict failure and downtime ahead of time. I can, this is what we call digital twin. I can control this machine because this is where we move from condition-based maintenance, moving from time-based maintenance to condition-based maintenance. This is a huge digital twin is there. This picture, I always say, this is the most popular picture in the world or in the 21st century because this picture summarizes the digital economy. Whether we talk about Industry 4, we talk about artificial intelligence, anything. Because that tells me the level of maturity from descriptive analytics, what is happening in my company? What is happening with the dashboard? Power BI is very popular too. Then if there is something wrong, why it's happening? Diagnostic analytics. Then the other maturity level, predictive analytics. This is where we use machine learning. Predict what I need to predict. Predict failure, predict the growth, predict load, predict whatever I need to predict. And then prescriptive analytics. This is where we have machine learning plus business model. Business model. That means the system predicts something, maybe I'm not happy with, minus 5% growth, and I ask the system, I want, instead of minus 5, I want plus 5%. So I ask the system, can you help me? The system will say, yes, I can help you, but you need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then you have cognitive analytics, which is the artificial intelligence, or some people, they say the whole thing is the artificial intelligence. All right. Digital transformation is the organizational change, to change the whole organization, not department, not small change. The whole organization using digital technologies with innovative digital business model can come with innovation that must be implemented in every organization. Okay, so it's not only digital technology. Large company in the region, very respected, they tell you, oh, we need help with digital transformation, and in their mind, they think digital technology. That's wrong. Digital transformation is a big umbrella. What is the umbrella? Oh, sorry. I proposed in 2019, I proposed this framework for digital transformation. It's one of few framework about digital transformation around the world. What do we need to do? What do we need to understand in order to succeed in digital transformation? First, mindset. Mindset. The top executive leader of the company, if they don't have the right mindset, if they don't have the transformation mindset, the digital mindset, forget it. It's not going to happen. is going to fail. So we need to educate this person if they don't have. We need to explain, we need to convince. And we have a lot of other things. You need to build your digital strategy. Do you have one? Don't tell me the CEO talking about it. You have to build it. Build digital strategy written for the next 10 years, and you can update it every year. And then building the capability, execution, capability. Some people, they talk so much about strategy, but they never execute. Why? They don't have capability. You know what's happening in the region? I'm telling you. I know all the companies in the region, all the telecommunication company, all the bank, all what they do, they get vendors. Vendors. They lack knowledge. They don't have digital strategy. So vendors, big vendors, they come and they convince the company to do something, to sell their product. That will help their strategy, not your strategy. But because we don't have knowledge and we don't have a digital strategy, then they manipulate us to serve them, to serve selling their product. This is what's happening, I know. So we need to build this capability inside, whether your strategy is about outsourcing or not. You need to lead the transformation yourself. Don't tell me you have a contract with Cisco or you have a contract with SAP. It doesn't help. They can help you, but you need to know and you need to lead. Then you need to build this innovation culture in your company. Every single employee must innovate, must. And that's related to HR, evaluation, KPI. Because business people, they create innovations, not technology people. Technology people, they are enabler. But because you are suffering with what you're doing when you do your business. When we give you training about digital technologies, then you think, oh, AI can help you solving this problem. Then the technical people, they can implement that. You have to have this innovation culture. You have to have everybody. We work with Dubai municipality. Every single employee in Dubai municipality must submit IDs. Long process, we cannot go into detail. Customer-centric. When you build something, not for the sake of technology, for the sake of adding business value, solving customer problem, helping and enabling employee, empowering and enhancing your operation system. You have to be careful with the regulation. Regulation at the government level, industry level, and your company level. So this is a kind of 7-element and component must be there to help. How long do we have? 1 minute. Okay, so 1 minute. I talked about this. What do we need to do? Briefly, we need to build our human resources. And you, as university or people working in academia, I am academic, but I am industry person as well. You need to hire people with industry experience, not only pure academic, my advice. We need to look after our data. Because all this digital economy, ladies and gentlemen, is based fully on the data. If we don't know, if we don't have this reliable data, secure data, the privacy, regulation and compliance, how to access it, how easy to access, where is it? Is it clean? Is it integrated? This is number one. And build the economy with digital transformation, with digital government, enhancing the e-government strategy. Okay? So, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Yes.
Having said that, and we now saw the challenges all the industry and technology. What is your advice for universities in order to adopt what it has been going on industry, and what are the challenges, please?
Build a strong relationship with industry. I see there's a lack here. I don't know about your college, but in general, I see in the Middle East, the relationship with industry is not so strong. So maybe you have, so enhance it if you have. Study the market. See what is happening. What do I need? We have a huge demand for data science. Do we have a data science program? A huge demand on blockchain. Do we have a blockchain degree? Do we have IoT degree? Okay? Hire industry people as well, not pure academic. If I have university, I'm telling you, I am full professor and I am academic person, but I have also industry experience in Japan, in US, in Australia. My advice is hire like academic, but industry experience, because you know what I mean. So this is a huge build. The graduation project must be beneficial for the industry, for the government. Don't waste your time like this. I used to be in a university. I have 6 million dirham grant, free grant. We build wonderful system. What do they want from us? 6 ISI papers. Guys, we're wasting our time. We need to know what's happening around the world, and we need to be up to date. If we're not investing in ourselves to upskills, reskills ourselves, in changing and transforming our organization, we're going in the wrong direction. And we will be slaves in the world. Because if you look at AI capabilities only, AI capabilities, it's a massive, what can I say? There is no time to talk about that. Massive. So the country, and you can see in military, for example, the drone. Australia right now building 3 projects. Submarine, autonomous submarine. No marine, no one. It's autonomous. Putting $4 billion. Building a supersonic. If we know what's happening and we are serious, we're honest, we put a plan, we put effort, and you're building this human resources. It's the most important asset in this equation of digital economy. This is my advice. Thank you.
Hi. Based on your experience in the real world, there are a lot of tools out there in these technologies. What would you recommend for the faculty as well as the students to learn, which will be more applicable in the industry after, especially when they graduate? Because sometimes even myself and students are lost in so many technologies out there. So what would you recommend to be focused more on from industry point of view?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Once you have this relationship with the industry, you will have all these tools there. For example, if we talk about machine learning, for example, we give with a partner from New York, we give the #1 artificial intelligence practitioner, coding, not only business, coding. We have the data, we have the code, we have the tool. For example, you understand how it works. Python, we have to understand. Data scientist doesn't need to be super genius in programming, but I need this guy to know how to work with Python, because Python is the #1 to manipulate and build machine learning and deep learning model. For example, if you look at the first level, as I said, from analytics, which is descriptive analytics, or we call it business intelligence, what is very much in demand in the region now, because it's the first step. It's the smallest. We use, for example, one of the tool, Power BI from Microsoft is #1 in the world, by the way, or Tableau or other things, for example. So it depends what technology, but as I said, once you have to keep relationship. I don't want those graduate students to be like very theoretical and things. I give you example. My son, he's first year at University of Sydney. He's doing data science, first year university. He's working for 3 companies in NFT, the best technology in blockchain, the latest. 3 companies, first year university, And he's building his own company right now. I want the student to be like this, especially when we talk about IT and technology and digital students. They must be like this. They have this mindset. You can be the first in the school and the university, but you are very academic. You don't know what's happening. You build this relationship. You help those students to build relationship with companies. This is what, you're not doing poetic, you're not doing geographic, you're doing technology. Technology is available online. We need those students to be like this. You have to push them. But do I have lecturer like that? This is the thing. If you have lecturer and doctors and professors at your colleges, sorry, I'm not saying you don't. If you have this mindset, again, all this in mindset, they will push their student to do everything up to date, not learning something old and not connected to the industry and the market.
Yes, sorry. Just a question regarding the list of countries that you have shown and the readiness of some countries for the digital transformation. What can be the obstacles that prevent some countries to be in the top list? Do you think that the infrastructure is an important part of it or not really?
Very good question, because look, it can be a huge company, but they failed. Nokia was #1, they failed. And when I told you about the framework, my framework, it didn't come like this. It came after a lot of research and industry experience and academic and research. If you don't have the right mindset, again, the top executive. For example, I was helping one of the largest company in automotive in Saudi Arabia. And the CIO told me, look, we build system with artificial intelligence and paid millions of dollars, but no one is using it. Can you guess what is the problem? The problem is we think digital transformation, digital technologies. And we start building things maybe not needed. So this guy, they built this system. It doesn't solve customer problem. It doesn't add value. It doesn't enhance customer experience. So why do you need to use it? If there is something I need it, I will use it. So don't build something you don't need. And the mindset, if you have the top of the company, the executive, top executive, I heard one of the companies, the chairman, they told me he doesn't like technology. Excuse me, go home. This is not your place. You're not supposed to be on top of company here. Whatever company we're talking about, not technology company, even like, farm, even like a growing cucumber. Wherever you have data, you have digital technology. You have opportunity to transform. So we need all this element we talked about. The challenges people that don't understand. The challenges people, they are arrogant, for example. The challenge people, they don't have innovation. I challenge you in the Middle East, entire Middle East, how many companies they have this innovation culture? And I have been calling and talking about this. I know, I'm working with all this company here. Not only EE and others. Very few. No innovation, no mindset, no customer-centric, no regulation. And then you will fail.
Thank you very much, Professor Samir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.